The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night, or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard. Home helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." That's Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, locally owned and operated.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Klein Court at Musselman High School for the Musselman Basketball Tip-Off Classic. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me on the call is Spencer Dupuis. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini, and our cameramen today are Donald Kinney and Harry Brown. It is the Musselman Applemen taking on the Hurricane Redskins. The only game today for this Classic is Millbrook was only available yesterday, which means that Jefferson was left without an opponent for today's tournament day. So the only game will be this Musselman Hurricane one, and it's scheduled to tip off at 3:15 as the JV game just concluded. And let's look at yesterday's game. Spencer, you were on the call play-by-play wise and color-wise for him. What do you remember and what do you have notes-wise from yesterday's games?
Well, for Hurricane, really got a tall lineup, but it doesn't play the way you think they play. They're kind of a very fast team, so they want to play the ball really fast, and then you get your ball download to Gabriel Benny Till, 6'11" senior center forward. And then they got somebody at 6'7", Dylan Tingler. He scores a lot as well. A lot of this team likes to score. They like to go fast, but they unfortunately, they kind of played the fast game to begin the first game yesterday, and then they kind of slowed down. And then for Musselman, they really came out sluggish as well, but they put it together. They put together some big runs and able to get the victory in that one.
Just want to let you guys know, our listeners, that this tip-off show is brought to you by Johnny's Express. Johnny's has all of your game day food and drink needs, including delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and hot dogs. If you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered with party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. And that sounds pretty good for today, if you ask me, because you can sit down, watch this basketball basketball game, as well as keep it tuned football-wise to Shepherd going on simultaneously, as well as the Army-Navy game, Spencer.
Yeah, the Army-Navy game originally, the way the schedule worked out originally for this tip-off tournament had St. Albans in there. We mentioned that during the broadcast yesterday. St. Albans had to bow to the tournament Wednesday due to COVID-19 protocol. They were unable to participate, obviously, because of a number of COVID teams there. But originally we were going to have the Army-Navy game for you on Talk Radio WRNR. But due to this game starting here at 3:15-ish, unable to have that for you because we were supposed to have, I believe, a 4:30 game. So we're going to get you at least the first half. Unfortunately, can't do that. That should be an exciting matchup. You can tune into all those after this game.
Yeah, and I know that at halftime during our And One scoreboard show, Nick will be giving you the score of that Shepherd game as they take on Ferris State today in the Division II college football semifinals in Big Rapids, Michigan. We'll try to be following along here at Klein Court as best as we can as well, and maybe try to sneak in the score here and there during any stoppages in the game. But let's look now at the visiting Hurricane Redskins, as they are coached by Lance Sutherland, and their assistant coaches are Brian Washburn, Dave Meeks, Jackson Nicely, and Joe Henson. They come into today 0-1 after a 74-71 loss yesterday to Jefferson, which we had on our airwaves and TV station. They finished 8-13 overall last year, 2-3 in conference play. And they ended with a 65-52 loss to Cabell Midland, and lost only 2 seniors last year, but they have a lot of players coming back this year, including J.T. James, Jalen Huggins, Gabriel Benny Till, and Nas Jones. So it's a pretty tall team, is what you said, but they like to play more fast than big and strong down low, try to have guys posted up on the block, but maybe we'll see something a little bit different today, and Benny Till being that 6'11" guy down low on that block, making his presence known on the glass and being able to put it back up.
And when you see that, you just look at the roster and that kind of just glares out to you, a 6'11" senior center forward. I think he just needs to, personally, to play college basketball, he might need to go the JUCO route or prep school route if he was thinking about playing. He just doesn't seem like he has that much experience when it comes to being a big man down low. He's definitely tall, definitely got the height. Just, I don't necessarily know that he's got the wherewithal to be a college basketball player right away. He could definitely go to prep school or go to JUCO and be able to do that later on.
But yeah, this team for Hurricane goes through Nas Jones. He averaged 12.7 points per game last year, as well as 2.2 rebounds per game and 2.8 assists per game. But you also have guys, as you said, like Dylan Tingler. Last year he had 7.6 points per game average-wise. So we'll see how they fare today as we get ready for Musselman to come out on the gym, as you see on TV 10 for those of you watching on there. A couple of the players talking with each other and just waiting to come out onto the court to start warm-ups as the JV game ended about a couple minutes ago, and it was a pretty big win for Musselman's JV team. I believe they won by almost 30 points. So we'll see how it fares for the varsity action.
We heard from Coach Basil about 15, 20 minutes ago, and he said they're still projecting the 3:15 start time. So I'm thinking they come out here in a minute or two, because they'd have to, that clock will reset to 20 minutes. So I'm just presuming they're waiting to come out here momentarily and start that 20-minute clock.
As we wait for that, let's look at the Musselman-Appleman here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer Dupuis, for those of you just tuning in. It's Musselman 1-0 on the year now, coached by Derek Basil. Assistant coach is Shannon Massey. They went 10-6 last year during that COVID season, 5-3 in the EPAC, and had an overtime loss to Martinsburg in the playoffs by a final score of 53-51, which is what ultimately ended the season. They had last year Brendan Dolman, Caleb Hardy, Logan Herring, and TJ Stuckey on the team as Hurricane now comes out. So warm-ups will be getting started. But as I just mentioned, those seniors last year picking up the slack this year, guys like Trenton Wolf, Jordan Holmes, Cal Klepner, Connor Long, Gordon Schaefer, Addie Branson, and Isaiah Horner when hopefully he gets back and healthy. Never know. So I don't know if he heard me or not right next to me me, though, Spencer, but I know he's wishful thinking as well.
Yeah, definitely. I know he wants to get back out on the court, and definitely still on the roster, so it definitely might be in the plans. Might be in the plans.
He still can't hear us. You might need to speak up.
No, he's busy doing too much stuff. But definitely,
as he always is.
If he's still on the roster, you know what that means.
There's a plan.
Still a glimmer of hope, and I know he wants to get back out on the court.
It'd be nice to see, especially during his senior year. He's been a great help to us during the volleyball and football season in the fall, helping out our broadcast as a cameraman or running our ATEM. A great kid here from Musselman High School, and it would be a lot of fun watching him play this year because he was fun to watch last year on this team, one of the leading scorers. But for Musselman right now, as I mentioned, a couple there, guys. You got Jordan Holmes coming back. He averaged 15 points per game. Trenton Wolf had 6.1 points per game last year. Rebounding-wise, Jordan Holmes, 3.9. But Isaiah Horner is a big miss for Musselman, but we can get more into that here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show after this 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball and talk radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
The Mid-Atlantic Group has been serving the area's insurance needs for 40 years. We are an independent insurance agency, therefore we can offer insurance from many insurance companies. Find the right coverage at the right price with Easy Payment Plan. Located at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg, the Mid-Atlantic Group is easily accessible from Morgan, Jefferson, and Berkeley County. To set up an appointment with a local insurance professional, give them a call today at 304-267-8989. That's the Mid-Atlantic Group at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg. Let them help insure you today. Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." That's Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg. Locally owned and operated.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back into the tip-off show brought to you by Johnny's Express. Johnny's has all your game day food and drink needs, including delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and hot dogs. If you need a way to serve it all up, they got you covered with party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Colin McLaughlin on the call for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. Our cameramen are Harry Brown and Donald Kinney. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini.
Nick the Knife Verzolini.
Yeah, Nick the Knife Verzolini. And since we're saying his nickname, should I say yours? No? Okay. Sparkles. Wait a second. What?
That is not my nickname.
I know. But we like messing with you because we know it gets under your skin. Happy almost birthday, by the way, as well.
Thank you.
So,
almost forgot it was my birthday tomorrow. I've been working my butt off.
So let's get back here to this game. It is the Musselman Applemen taking on the Hurricane Redskins, about 16 minutes away from tip-off here at Klein Court as both teams warming up. And as we mentioned yesterday, Hurricane took on the Jefferson Cougars, and it was a high-scoring affair in which Jefferson came back in and won by a final score of 74-71. But in that first half, it was an 11-point lead for the Hurricane Redskins, and they had all the momentum after a half-court buzzer beater to make it, I believe, 37-26 at the half, if my memory is correct. And I know you have some notes in front of you, so I'll let you take it away.
So very slow start for Jefferson yesterday. After the first quarter, it was 17-8, Hurricane on top. Then after the second quarter at halftime, as you mentioned, 37-26. So Jefferson started to get going a little bit. They put up 18 points there in the second quarter. Now 20 points for Hurricane, but it really came in the second half as 21 points for Jefferson, and then a total in the second half almost 30 points, a little over 30 points, or excuse me, a little under 30 points to get the victory, 74-71 after being down by almost 20 at some points.
Yeah, it was a back and forth battle in the second half, and we'll see how Hurricane fares today against Musselman, as Musselman got a win yesterday against Millbrook. That one was by a final score of 59-48, so Musselman 1-0, and it was a pretty dominant game that Millbrook just seemed to struggle, and it was sloppy overall on both sides, but Musselman made shots when they needed to and just coasted its way to a victory, and Millbrook never seemed to really ever make it close or seem like they had momentum on their side. It was mostly Musselman the entire time, Spencer.
Yeah, definitely. Musselman came out very strong and able to do a lot of different things on both sides of the basketball, and you know, it's your first game of the season, but you like what you're able to do in those games. You want to build off, you know, just one game, as everybody says, you build off one game, make it better the second game and the third game as your season goes on, and Musselman looks to be a huge contender in the EPAC and within the state this year as well.
As we are about 13 and a half minutes away here, getting new starters and number switches. So Caleb White is now number 15 for Hurricane, and Jackson Clark is number 11. So make sure to switch that around in our notes. Again, so that everybody knows, it is 15 now. It will be Caleb White, and 11 will be Jackson Clark for Hurricane. No changes made for Musselman, but due to, I believe, probably just uniform changes, maybe different sizes. I don't know exactly.
I don't know. That JV game, they had a mix match of uniforms for their JV team as well. Maybe didn't have enough. They must have not brought in enough for everybody dressing for varsity, or size-wise potentially.
Yeah, Hurricane making that long trek down from southern West Virginia. St. Albans was supposed to be in this tip-off classic as well, but about, I believe it was Tuesday or so, we got word. Was it Wednesday? Okay, so Wednesday was when we received word that St. Albans had to back out due to having some COVID cases on the team. And as we heard yesterday, it was Millbrook that came back and took the place, but only for yesterday. So this is the only game that we will have for you today, Musselman versus Hurricane.
This is the end of the Musselman Basketball Tip-Off Classic. Didn't go like it was planned, but as long as you can get some games in, and it's always nice to have.
And it's also nice to have because they didn't have it last year due to COVID as well. So this is the first
really
Musselman
just
Tip-Off
like
Classic since 2019.
9 months ago, I think.
Exactly, because it was in the spring last year. They had to wait due to COVID. Let's take another 2-minute break here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show, and then we will be back to hear from Musselman's head coach and more in this tip-off show. But again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Welcome back to the Johnny's Tip-Off Show. Again, this is brought to you by Johnny's. Johnny's has all your game day food and drink needs, including delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and hot dogs. If you need the way to serve it all up, they got you covered with party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. That's Johnny's Express, located at 1456 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. 9 minutes to go until tip-off between Musselman and Hurricane. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. Back at the studios, Nick Fursley. Our cameramen are Harry Brown and Donald Kinney. It's now hear from the Musselman head coach, Derek Basile, and this coach's interview is brought to you by Sunset Car Wash, located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg. Sunset Car Wash specializes in keeping your car clean, from their famous 3-minute cloth wash to their touchless, automatic, and 6 self-serve bays. They offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. All right, Coach, started off the season yesterday with a win against Millbrook, and it was short-term notice getting to look at how they were, since they weren't the original team in the tournament, but your team played well and got out the win. What did you like seeing from your team yesterday?
Well, like you said, it was short notice, so we didn't have a lot of time to really prepare for them. I liked how the kids just went out there and focused, did the things that we do rather than worried about what they did. I thought the little bit of the game plan we had, I thought we followed it well.
Now today you get to take on Hurricane, who you got to see yesterday, the game before you guys. What did you see from them that you need to stop to get a win today?
They're really athletic. They're long. They're big. I think we have to keep them in front of us, especially the point guard. He's really good getting the ball to the basket. We need to keep them in front, make them take jump shots, contest jump shots, and really get on the boards, because they have a lot of size, a lot of length.
What's it like for you guys getting to start the season with this Tip-Off Classic, getting to see teams from around the state that you typically don't get to see?
Well, we really think it's beneficial. We've been doing it for several years, and we've been able to attract some good talent throughout the state. It was unfortunate St. Albans couldn't come, but we've had a good relationship with Hurricane, and they always have a good basketball team. So this tournament's really a nice thing for us.
Since it's early in the season, only yesterday was the time that we got to see your team compete. What are you hoping to see from them throughout the entire season?
Well, I just hoping, it's cliche, but I hope we keep getting better every game. We keep getting better every practice. When things, we'll look at the films, these next 2 films over the next week, and try to improve on what we haven't done right. If we can keep getting better, we want to just play our best basketball at the end of the year.
All right, anything else you want to add, Coach?
No, that's it. We just thanks everybody for coming out. It was fun having a packed gym with a lot of energy last night. So it was a lot of fun.
All right, thank you. Good luck today.
Thanks, guys.
All right, as the Sunset Car Wash coach interview ends, we are 6.5 minutes away from tip-off between Musselman and Hurricane, and let's take another 2-minute break, and then we'll be back for the keys to the game. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Did you know there are 2 Santas? It's true. There's bad Santa and there's good Santa. How does one Santa get bad tagged onto his name? And how does the other Santa get good tagged onto his name? Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Here's the difference. Bad Santa delivers things like appliances to women on Christmas morning, or dishes or towels. Bad Santa has delivered snow shovels, jumper cables, and even car care kits. Good Santa delivers gifts that makes her eyes get very big, make her pulse go very fast, make her heart very excited. Good Santa's gifts bring kisses and hugs and all kinds of things very fun. Women love Good Santa, and at Bechtel Jewelers, Good Santa has stocked our cases with those kinds of gifts. Pendants and bracelets and earrings and rings, diamonds and gemstones that sparkle and shine. Santa baby, you rock the house. Give the woman you love the good stuff. Don't be a bad Santa. Be good, really good, at Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood, home of Good Santa.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome back to Klein Court at Musselman High School for today's Tip-Off Classic. The only game going on varsity-wise is the Musselman Applemen taking on the Hurricane Redskins. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Spencer Dupuy. And it is now time for the CMA Honda Keys to the Game, brought to you by CMA's Honda of Winchester off 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. And you got any keys to the game for us for Hurricane, Spencer?
Definitely, I'd say feed the ball to Tingler. He scored a lot last night, 6'7" frame, can really do it all. He's definitely a kind of a hybrid type player. Also, they really need to get kind of the down low game going. It seemed like that's kind of what their game was, but it didn't appear to be like that last night. So that'd be the keys for them. And then for Musselman, just continue to play your game, your style of basketball. I really like the way that they kind of have their traditional point guard that kind of plays and runs the entirety of the offense. I really like that. And I think if you just run your type of offense, I think you're going to be able to play a solid game today again like you did last night.
And for me, it's keep your foot on the gas pedal when you're going. They had an 11-point lead at halftime yesterday against Jefferson and let it slip, losing 74-71. So this team has the talent to win games this year, it looks like, but they just need to hang on to the lead and be able to keep their pressure going, because they had a very good full-court press that seemed like was making Jefferson struggle at some points, but all of a sudden it seemed like they just couldn't buy a basket and fell apart.
Yeah, definitely. And, obviously when you're leading, you got to play how you were before. It was definitely apparent in that game that Jefferson went into the locker room and changed some things, but it didn't really seem like Hurricane went into the locker room and changed some things.
As for Musselman, what are some keys that you have for them?
Well, I already said the keys for Musselman. You got to continue to play kind of your style of offense, running through Trenton Wolf like they did last night. A great job. They're definitely kind of the leader when it comes to having a true point guard. And then I think you got to feed the ball to Holmes. Holmes is a great player, 6'3" guard. Also Gordon Schaefer as well. Connor Long is kind of those three guys with the bigger numbers at the end, that have the higher numbers on the team. They're definitely very much so impact players.
For me, I agree. It will be somebody, and especially there in Trenton Wolf, a guy to watch out for. He's one of the senior leaders for Musselman. Seen him shooting around right now. Doesn't have the height, so that might be an issue, as he's only 5'8", going up against a very height-heavy side in Hurricane. But at the same time, he's athletic. He knows how to evade some moves, and we might see him at the free throw line a lot like we eventually saw yesterday.
I saw him last night a lot in the second half, definitely. And like I said, he's just kind of like the field commander, the court commander, as you would say in the game of basketball. He knows what the offense needs to get done or needs to do to set up the offense for them to do great.
So we're getting ready here for the projected starting lineups for tonight.
They did put a couple minutes back on the clock. So instead of starting at 3:16 was when the clock was slated to end, it looks like it's slated to end around 3:20. I think we're going to get going, start the Anthem lineups around 3:20. All right, we got about 4 minutes left here on the clock.
While we're waiting for that, let's give you our projected starting lineups brought to you by Modern Renovations. Whether it's for a new roof or just a repair, West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to score your free estimate or visit modernrenovations.com. As the starting lineup projection-wise goes for the Hurricane Redskins, you have, looks like, will be the same as yesterday. Number 1, Jay Jones, the 5'10" junior. Number 2, J.T. James, the 6'1" senior. Number 3, Dylan Tingler, the 6'7" sophomore. Number 10, the 6' sophomore Braden Whittington. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Hurricane Redskins is number 12, the 6'11" senior Gabriel Benny Till. As for your home side in the Musselman Appleman, it'll be the 5'8" senior number 4 Trenton Wolf, the 6' senior number 5 Addie Branson, the 6'6" senior number 25 Connor Long, the 6'4" senior number 31 Gordon Schaefer, and the 6'3" senior number 33 Jordan Holmes. Those are your projected starters
same as last night
both
for both sides.
For both sides, and it was good matchups on hand yesterday as well. So for both sides, you wouldn't expect to see any changes, as it was only a 3-point loss for Hurricane, and they were in the game the entire time and just let it slip. And for Musselman, when you had a dominant victory over Melbrook, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, especially because you're just trying to get everybody ready for the season, trying to figure out your rotation, as Coach Basile definitely is, trying to figure out how he's going to rotate his guys and who's really going to be the sixth man off the bench, how he's going to figure out, who gets playing time, who's kind of the rotation in for each player. That kind of happens as you're going through the start of the season, especially when you have some guys on your team that are sophomores and that are getting some playing time, like Matt Mahood and Troy Wollaston. They both got playing time last night as well. Those are sophomores. So you got to see kind of how they play. And obviously, when you don't have a guy like Isaiah Horner that we mentioned, you got to have somebody kind of fill his spot. And you're probably still trying to figure that out.
We also just want to reiterate that those of you that are looking for the Shepherd Rams football game today, we obviously do not have that for you, since it's the semifinals. The contract with ESPN has taken over, so we will not be bringing you the Shepherd game here on TV10 or WRNR TV on YouTube. However, you can go to ESPN Plus, get a free subscription, and watch that as it kicks off at 3:30. Or if you don't have it, we'll do our best to keep you updated on the scores and during this basketball game, as we're about 50 seconds away from tip-off between these two teams. We'll have the starting lineups and the national anthem beforehand. So before we go to our final 2-minute break here on the Johnny's Express tip-off show, do you have any final thoughts for us, Spencer?
I think this is going to be a great game between two teams that played really, really well last night. One couldn't get a victory. It kind of slowed it down, as you said. Kind of your key was to keep their foot on the gas, and I think both teams need to do that today in order to get a victory. But what a game to close out this Musselman Tip-Off Classic that didn't go as planned. I think you're going to get a great one here if you tuned in here on Talk Radio WRNR or on TV10. It's going to be a great game for everybody to watch. Watch out for Jordan Holmes.
Again, after this 2-minute break, we will be back for the Hurricane Redskins taking on the Musselman Appleman in the Musselman Tip-Off Classic. Let's take a 3-minute break, actually, to cover the national anthem. Just wanted to switch it up here to make sure that Nick Verzolini was paying attention back in the studio. 3-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Join Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations for their 12th annual Stockings for Soldiers and Veterans project. From now until December 15th, stop in and pick up a free Christmas stocking to decorate and stuff with Christmas cheer. You can pick up and return those stockings to Brown Funeral Home at 327 West King Street in Martinsburg. They need to be returned by December 15th. A few recommended items for the stockings include protein bars, batteries, jerky, canned fruit, canned hearty soup, prepackaged cookies, and Easy Mac and microwave popcorn.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Carpet World is more than just carpet. Carpet World specializes in a complete selection of hardwood floors by respected names like Armstrong, Bruce, Shaw, and Mohawk, and tile by Dowell Tile, American Oleum, and Mannington for all rooms in your home. And Carpet World can update your bathroom shower with very attractive ceramic tile walls and floor. Financing with up to 12 months deferred interest is available, along with experienced quality installation at Carpet World, 2330 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. CarpetWorldofMartinsburg.com.
And that concludes today's pregame show. Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening tip, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's game is brought to you by
the Sutton and Janelle Law Firm, Ollie's VIP, Milestone Realty, the Palace Lounge, the Mountaineer Grill and Pub, Cody's Auto Body, Modern Renovations, D&N Auto, Home Helpers of the Panhandle, Johnny's Express, the Mid-Atlantic Group, and Sunset Car Wash.
And now, let's go courtside and rejoin our WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back to Klein Court. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuy, and we're ready for the Hurricane Redskins taking on the Musselman Applemen.
That was a perfection.
Yes, great national anthem and great timing-wise as well on the break as we get ready for the opening tip-off between Hurricane and Musselman, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, they'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Think you could cheat the system there and just keep getting cars over and over and say you don't like it, or do you think they'd catch on?
I don't know, but there's two, I don't know the third official, but two of the three officials here, very familiar guys. Keith Allison and then Nelvin Kilmer. Nelvin Kilmer is the Little League, I believe, commissioner for the area. And Keith Allison, a referee or official in an umpire as well, in baseball and basketball at least.
That is true, as it is the Musselman Applemen in white, Hurricane in red as the opening tip. A quick basket on the left side going up is Jones, and it's going to be knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, and it'll stay Hurricane possession underneath the right side of its basket.
He wanted a foul on it as he got tapped on the wrist, he thought.
James throws it in to Tilt. Right wing now is Jones. Out far, dribbles once, bounce passes it to Tingler. Tingler at the top of the key, picks it up, passes it back to Jones, and it's stolen now by Musselman's Branson. He's going to get it over to the point guard, Trenton Wolf. Wolf brings it across the timeline on the right-hand side, picks up his dribble, passes it down low. Long with it now. Back out here to Holmes. Holmes guarded closely by James. Gets it to Wolf. Wolf over for Holmes. Drives in on the right side, puts up a floater off the rim twice, and out of bounds. Goes off the hand of Benny Till, so it'll remain possession for Musselman with 7:18 to go in the first. We're still scoreless.
Yeah, like I said, it's definitely as if court commander is Wolf. Everything runs through him offensively.
Inbounds bounce pass goes to nobody right by Long. So it'll be a turnover. Musselman ball as we have the first shot of the game, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg.
Get your shots through the Berkeley County Health Department.
Already have Tingler with the ball now at the right wing. Tries to do a crossover, picks up his dribble, gets the give and go, drives in on the right side, layup up and good by Dylan Tingler. Hurricane now leads 2-0. Minute into the game.
Let's get it moving.
Wolf picks it up, passes it to Long. Down low now is Schaefer at the left block. Goes up for the shot, overpowers it, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Wolf at the top of the key. Fakes the pass, wide open three. It's good. Trenton Wolf makes it 3-2 Musselman now.
Like I said, he's really the court commander there, and he said, you know what, I'm going to call my own number here. I'm going to shoot the three, and I'm going to make it.
Woodington slowly brings it across the court, and as soon as he hits the timeline, passes it to the right to Tingler. Benny Till with it now. Passes it to the left for Woodington. Woodington tries to drive the left baseline, kicks it back out to Benny Till, who takes a 20-foot jumper from the left wing. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hurricane. Tingler with the ball. Will set up the offense. Calls out Wisconsin. Woodington at the right side. Passes it to James. James trying to see who's open and get some movement going down at the baseline. Shot up, a left hook, no good, rebounded. And we'll have a whistle blown with 5:50 to go in the first. It's still 3-2, and it'll be a possession for Musselman. We have our first quarter sponsors presented to you on TV 10 by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. I'll bring you the second one at another stoppage. But as we're back in action, it is Addie Branson with the ball for Musselman, passes it to Wolf. Wolf dribbles between his legs, tries to drive in on the left side, and he's rejected by Tingler, but it goes out of bounds when he tries to save it, so it'll be Musselman ball.
Great eye officiating there by Nevin Kilmer, the official over there, definitely right on the spot to call that. You always like that when you get a
Branson
good spot.
Floats it into the air, almost looks like Shepherd Hail Mary last week, and we have a foul called on the play. 5:31 to go in the first. It's still 3-2.
And you could say that because you were on the right next to the field watching that happen. So
it's the foul called on JT James for Hurricane. That's his first, team first of the half. Inbound to Trenton Wolf.
He's calling out the offense.
Gets some players on the baseline to move. Passes it to the right wing. Driving the baseline and a reverse layup beautifully put in. Makes it 5-2 now. As that was Connor Long with the 2 points. Excuse me, that was Jordan Holmes, I believe. And a long three from the right wing ties it up as Dylan Tingler now with his first three of the game.
Yeah, Tingler's got some range there from beyond the arc, and he was doing that yesterday in game one.
Wolf passes it over to Branson, who's guarded closely and has to get it for Holmes. Holmes from the free throw line, off the backboard, no good, and finally recovered by Benny Till after it goes off his hands.
Benny Till using his height to his advantage, as he should, as a 6'11 center.
Jones with it in front of us. Passes it to Benny Till at the top of the key. Tries to get a pick and roll. Three-pointer. No good. Rebounded down low by Benny Till. And he puts it right back up off the backboard. No good. Another rebound by Benny Till. Again, no good. Finally rebounded by Musselman's Schaefer. And we get a foul called with 4:21 to go in the first. Still 5-5.
Coach Bastille
and a double foul is called, it sounds like. The first one will be on Benny Till, so that is his first, team second for Hurricane. I'll double check with who it was for Musselman. It looks like it was Connor Long, so that's his first, team first.
You just can't do those things. You just got to let it go.
Trenton Wolf slowly brings it across the mid-court stripe. He's at the right side, picks up his pace, and picks up his dribble. Connor Long, top of the key, 3 off the right side of the rim. And touched out of bounds. It'll remain Musselman basketball. It's tied up at 5 apiece between Musselman and Hurricane.
I joked yesterday we should mic Coach Basile up. That'd be a fun thing to do.
Would be interesting as Branson passes it over to Holmes. Right elbow shot is good. Makes it 7-5. That's 4 points now for Holmes. Musselman leads by 2.
And as I mentioned earlier, Holmes definitely somebody to watch out for. Very consistent when he's shooting.
Whittington dribbles and is fouled. Never mind, an offensive foul called. It looks like we had a little bit of a push-off. 3:43 to go. And that foul is on J.T. James. And it's now his second foul in this quarter.
Jordan Clark coming in for, looks like J.T. James. He'll come out after his second foul.
The ball will be inbounded from Schaefer to Wolf. Wolf going to wait for everybody to get in position before he brings it across midcourt. Does so. Bounce passes it to the top of the key for Long. Back over to Branson. Branson drives in on the right side. Double team, puts up a shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Benny Till. Benny Till dishes it out to Jones.
Height definitely a huge advantage right now for Hurricane.
Jones pumps fakes, gets it to Clark. It's stolen by Holmes. Holmes all by himself on the right side. Layup is good. 9-5. Musselman leads Holmes with 6 points.
Yeah, I mentioned Holmes, definitely a player to watch out for, and he's leading the way right now.
Jones for Hurricane picks up his dribble, passes it to the right side for Tingler. Tingler, NBA range 3, no good. Holmes with the rebound.
And he had that range a lot yesterday, and earlier he hit that 3. But it doesn't appear to be consistent range as Wolf now setting up the offense.
Wolf gets it after an awkward bounce pass from Holmes. Branson bounce passes it to Holmes, and it's stolen. Diving on the court is Jones, and it's finally recovered by Tingler. Fast break now. 3v3. Tingler out to the left wing. Shot up by Clark. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded down low. Branson keeps it alive to Wolf. Almost falls out of bounds. Branson. Cross midcourt, bounce passes it to Wolf at the right wing, pumps fakes, gets it to Holmes. Holmes guarded by Clark. Gets it out to Long, dribbles once, back to Holmes on the right side. He's guarded by Whittington. Long at the right block, double teamed, and he loses it. Jones steals it from him. Hurricane now going the opposite way. Euro step Jones, puts the shot up. It is no good, and a foul. 2:03 to go in the first. It's 9-5. It will be Jay Jones to the free throw line. The other quarter sponsor, as we are presented to you on TV 10 by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Phone 304-263-3361. 5'10" junior Jay Jones, first free throw, up and good to make it now 9-6 with 2:03 to go in the first. Some substitutes entering. 3 people go in for Musselman before this second free throw attempt by Jay Jones. Jones now going through his routine before the free throw. It's up, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded down low by Gordon, and a foul will immediately be called underneath the defensive basket for Musselman. The foul is on Gabriel Benny Till, and that's his second of the quarter. Now team 4th.
And yesterday, I want to say at this point in the first quarter, he had 2 as well.
So he'll take a seat on the bench, and Peyton Taylor will check in for Hurricane. 9-6 is the score. Musselman up by 3. Trenton Wolf brings it past midcourt, immediately picks up his dribble at the M, passes it to Klepner, to Holmes, inside the paint, no good, rebounded by Jones. Jones dribbles up the middle, tries to put pressure on Holmes, puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by Klepner. Klepner to Wolf, brings it across the court, and he'll be fouled. Not happy with that one is Clark. So it looks like it will be on him, waiting for the official to give it to us, and it is on Jackson Clark. That is his first, team 5th. We're still 1:35 to go in the first quarter, and 5 fouls already on Hurricane.
Yeah, not what you want if you're Hurricane.
Wolf drives the baseline, gets it to Laston, puts up a shot, no good, rebounded down low by Taylor. Whittington with it now. He'll be the point guard this possession, gets it to Jones. Jones for Hurricane, bounce passes it down low at the right-hand side. Down low with it now is Taylor, tries to spin around and bounce pass it in the paint. Everybody's fighting for it. Musselman recovers and brings it out. Holmes, right side layup, off the glass and good. Holmes with 8 points now, makes it an 11-6 lead with under a minute to go in the first for Musselman.
On this end right now, you're coming to for Hurricane, they did not make good passing.
Tingler,
that's what
right
happened.
block, shot up is good. Dylan Tingler now has 7 points, makes it 11-8. Holmes quickly bringing it across, evades a guy trying to take a charge, but his layup on the left side's no good, and a hard foul on the court, and is being tackled as Peyton Taylor by Troy Wollaston. So that foul will be on him, make Wollaston's first foul, team's third. 39.9 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tingler will slowly bring it across the timeline. Hurricane most likely will hold on to it for the final shot. It's a one-possession game as they trail by 3. Jay Jones with it. Looking up at the clock as it's at 23 seconds. Dribbles with his right hand and will slowly bring it closer to the top of the key before passing it to Whittington. Whittington now to Clark.
Yeah, no shot clock in WVSSAC high school basketball, so they're probably going to wait for the last
Clark going to bring it himself on the left side, kick it out to Taylor. Left wing, two-pointer is good, and the clock will trickle down. Let's see if we can get a shot by Kleppner at the half court. It's going to be off the mark, so it'll be 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a 1-minute break, then we'll be back for the second. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
Welcome back to Klein Court. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuy as we get ready to start the second quarter between Hurricane and Musselman. It is 11-10. Musselman leads the Hurricane Redskins. It'll be Hurricane to start with possession for those of you watching on TV10. Hurricane in the red, Musselman in the white. Jones with the ball. Left side three-pointer off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Wollaston. Wollaston gets it to Wolf. Wolf out to Kleppner. Holmes swings it all the way around to the left side now for Gordon. Back to Holmes. Kleppner, top of the key, chest passes it to Holmes. Wide open left side three, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds. Stays with the Musselman Appleman. It's 29 seconds and went off the clock here in the second quarter. And Wolf will be the inbounder for the Appleman. Wolf trying to find somebody open, and it's going to get tipped as Holmes recovers it.
Good, Troy.
Kicks it out to Wollaston. Wide open in the paint. His shot is up, no good. And Wolf tries to save it before going into the crowd. Unable to do so, so it'll be a turnover on Musselman with 7:23 to go. Hurricane will get the ball. Whittington will bring it across the M at midcourt. Gets it over to Tingler. Tingler picks up his dribble, passes it to the left side for Clark. Back over to Whittington now. Top of the key is Taylor. Right side, And it looks like Jones decides not to shoot it. Drives to the baseline, triple teamed, but gets it up and good. That's Jones' third point. Hurricane now leads 12-11. Wolf, guarded closely by Jones, gets it to Holmes. Holmes in the paint, right in the middle. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Hurricane. Jones quickly bringing it across. It's stolen by Wolf. Wolf, 2v2 on the left side, guarded closely by Whittington, and a reach-in foul will be called on Braden Whittington. That's his first, team sixth. 6:37 to go in the second, as this second quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Sutton and Janelle, attorney at law, full service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street, Martinsburg. Visit SuttonandJanelle.com. Get to the second one next. Stoppage in play as Wolf gets it to Kleppner. Long over to the right side for Branson. Back over to Kleppner at the top of the key. More people in motion with the ball is Gordon. Drives in, tries to bank it in, no good, gets his own rebound. He's at the left block and will be fouled with 6:23 to go. Our other second quarter sponsor, as this is brought to you by Modern Renovations. Whether it's for a new roof or just a repair, West Virginia homeowners trust the experts at Modern Renovations for roofing. Call them at 304-564-6317 to schedule your free estimate, or visit mymodernrenovations.com. As the first free throw just goes in here for Jason Gordon to make it 12-all.
Get you an update. Fair State now has got a 7-0 lead over Shepherd. Drove down the field their first drive and scored. Shepherd now getting their first shot on offense.
The second free throw by Gordon is good. Makes it 13-12, as the foul for those two free throws were on Peyton Taylor for Hurricane. That's his first, team 7th. Tingler with the ball, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Jones at the right wing. Jones dribbles with his left hand a couple times before picking it up and passing it for Lewis. Tingler over to Taylor at the top of the key. He's guarded by Long. Whittington gets the pass, and he's going to drive to the right side, put up a shot that's good, but the foul will be called on the floor beforehand. So basket will not count, and it will remain 13-12 as the foul called on Trenton Wolf. It'll be his first foul of the afternoon. Jones pump fakes, dribbles over to the left side, swings it all the way across, and back to the top of the key for Whittington. Whittington with the ball, gets it over to Tingler. Long three-pointer from the right side is no good. Rebounded down low by Musselman. And that'll be Schaefer with the rebound to Wolf. Wide open is Branson on the left side. Pump fakes, drives in, kicks it to Long on the right block. His shot is up and good. 15-12 Musselman leads now as Connor Long gets his first 2 points of the evening. Whittington across the M at midcourt. Gets it to Jones, back to Whittington at the top of the key. Ball swung over after 2 passes. Double teamed on the right side is Tingler. He jumps up, and a foul will be called with 5:11 to go in the second quarter. It'll be Hurricane ball as they'll inbound it underneath the offensive side of the basket to our right. Foul is called on Addy Branson. That is his second foul, team 5th. Whittington to Tingler for 3, and he walks before the shot. So it'll be 15-12. The turnover will give the ball to Musselman. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer DePuy. Thank you guys for tuning in. Musselman against Hurricane. The three-pointer from Kleppner, right side, is good. 18-12 now. Musselman leads.
It's a clutch three-pointer to get Musselman out to a 6-point lead here as we go under 5 minutes left in the first half. Always good to build up that score if you're Musselman.
Tingler passes it behind him, and the shot is up. No good. Rebounded down low. Left side, no good. Another putback, this time by Braden Whittington from the right side's good. Make it 18-14. Musselman still leads Hurricane. Kleppner drives in. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Hurricane. Whittington quickly brings it across. I'll slow down the offense now for the Redskins. Gets it to Tingler. Tingler at the right wing. Gonna kick it out for Lewis, and he travels. So another turnover for Hurricane. Gives it right back to Musselman. Scores 18-14 with 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Jordan Holmes, leading scorer for Musselman at 8 points with the ball. Dribbles it across midcourt and passes it to Trenton Wolf. Wolf down low now for the last end. He's going to do a spin move. That is Connor Long, and he puts the shot up and good. He's now with 4 points, make it 20-14 Musselman. Whittington to Jade Jones. Jones, the left side, drives in, kicks it out. Top of the key, three-pointer, Tingler. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded down low by Hurricane. Everybody in a scrum. Looks like Jones just quickly put a shot up and makes it. He now has 5 points. It's 20-16. Musselman up by 4. Wolf with the ball, guarded closely by Jones. A lot of pressure on him. He has to give the ball to Kleppner. A foul will be called as Holmes will be to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. A foul on Braden Whittington. That's his second. 6'3" senior Jordan Holmes at the line now to shoot the 1-and-1. He has 8 points this afternoon, trying to get in double digits if he can make 2 straight. 3:18 to go here in the first half. Holmes free throws up and off the front of the rim, no good.
You got a 4-point lead here for Musselman, but you need to make those free throws.
Jones puts up a floater from the left elbow, no good, rebounded by Schaefer. Schaefer picks up his dribble as a full court press. Now for Hurricane, slowly backs away. Wolf will bring it across midcourt. Keeps it low, gets it to Kleppner. Top of the key 3, too hard, off the rim, no good. And it looks like it will be tipped out of bounds by Sam Lewis. So it'll be Musselman Appleman ball, still on the offensive side of the court. Holmes will be the inbounder for Musselman. Quickly puts it in Kleppner, give and go. Holmes, right side layup, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Calvin Kleppner, so it'll be a Hurricane ball. 20-16 still with 2:48 to go in the first half. Tingler, point guard for Hurricane, brings it across, dribbling at midcourt. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Jones at the right side, back over to Tingler, right wing 3. Off the back of the rim, no good, rebounded by Musselman. Almost stolen by Tingler, in the hands of Wolf as he dribbles across midcourt to the right side. Gonna drive from the right elbow, shot up, no good. Both sides struggling to find a basket now after a couple minutes of nothing. Tingler, Euro steps, gets the ball tipped. Down low with it now is Hurricane, and it'll be out off the hands of Taylor, but a foul will be called, so it'll be Hurricane ball as Kleppner called with the foul for Musselman. That's the 6th team foul for the Appleman, the first for Kleppner. Tingler gets the inbound pass, passes it into the middle of the paint. It's going to be a shot up, no good, rebounded back down low by Lewis, kicking it out, and three-pointer from the left side, banks in. Jackson Clark with his first three-pointer makes it 20-19.
There you go. Hurricane now closing the gap, a 1-point deficit after a helter-skelter last couple of minutes scoring-wise.
Long triple teamed, gets it out to Wolf. He's going to drive in on the left side, stops, pivots, and shoots, and it's good. 22-19 as Trenton Wolf now has 5 points.
Yeah, we talk about Wolf kind of being the court commander, but he can also go down and do some dirty work, get in there, kind of get around some defenders, and put up a great shot.
Clark puts it down low for Taylor. Back out to Clark. Left side three-pointer, no good. Rebounded down low by Wolf.
Just talked about it a second ago. Now he's down there getting rebounds.
Quick transition offense. Long left side layup. It's good. Musselman. Long has 6 points. It's 24-19. A minute 10 left to go in the second quarter.
4-point swing there for Musselman to get back the lead by 5.
Jones out for Clark. Clark pump fakes, drives in the right side, spin move, puts up a shot in the middle, and it's fouled. So it'll go to the free throw line with 1:01 to go in the second quarter. And foul called on Connor Long. That's his second, team 7th. It's 24-19 as Clark Already has 3 points to his name today at the free throw line. First one up, no good. Substitute entering for Musselman is Troy Willaston. He comes in for Connor Long. Second free throw up by Clark. Right through the basket and good. He now has 4, making it a 4-point lead for Musselman. Klepner quickly gets down low to Willaston. He's driving in, has to kick it out, and misses the intended receiver, and Wolf goes out of play. A turnover on Musselman will make it Hurricane ball with 51.9 seconds to go in the second. It's a 2-possession game as Jones has it for Hurricane. Picks up his dribble, passes it to the right side here. Trying to see who has it, and it looks like it's Clark. It's going to get tipped right off his foot and out. So it'll be Musselman ball. Wolf gets the inbound and will slowly bring it across as the clock at 36 seconds. Picks up his pace, tries to get a pick, and he drives in hard. It's stolen by Tingler. Klepner dives for it at Jones's hands. He has it. Numbers for Hurricane. The shot up no good, right back to Holmes. Drives in, gets bumped around, puts up another shot, no good. Tingler puts up a shot. Should have been a foul call, nothing there. 17 seconds to go. Wolf with it for Musselman.
I think they're going to slow it down, take the final shot here.
Wolf, or not. Holmes, three-pointer, too hard, no good. 7 seconds to go, and the ball stays in bounds. Tingler gets it off the turnover, and a three-pointer is good. Buzzer sounds, Basil not happy, and it'll be 24-23 at the half. And did you see who made that three-pointer there?
I did not. I was
blocked.
I was blocked, and I was looking around at so many different...
We'll figure it out here after this 2-minute break. Again at the half, it is Musselman 24, Hurricane 23. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
WVU Medicine is now offering a new robotic-assisted platform for minimally invasive biopsy in the lung. The ION system by Intuitive allows pulmonologists to diagnose lung cancers earlier and less invasively than ever before. With the ION system, tissue samples can be obtained from hard-to-reach areas of the lung, resulting in earlier diagnosis of smaller nodules and better outcomes for patients. WVU Medicine, the future of surgery is here.
Because the one game started when the second game started. Shepard's about to score.
I know. I'm watching. I have it on my
most
phone,
of the
too.
money I have. How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Yes.
So, I have those there.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show, brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com, where at the half it is 24-23. Musselman leads Hurricane. I'll start off with the Musselman leading scorers, and it is Jordan Holmes with 8, followed by Connor Long with 6, and Trenton Wolf with 5, Calvin Klepner with 3, and Jason Gordon with 2. Spencer, can you give me the scores for Hurricane?
Yeah, the top 2 scorers, they're actually tied. Dylan Tingler and Jackson Clark both have 7 points. 5 points for Jay Jones. 2 points for Peyton Taylor and 2 points for Braden Whittington.
All right, that's going to wrap it up from here. Let's take another 2-minute break here for the halftime show, and we'll send it to Nick Verzolini for the And One halftime scoreboard show. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
The Mid-Atlantic Group has been serving the area's insurance needs for 40 years. We are an independent insurance agency, therefore we can offer insurance from many insurance companies, find the right coverage at the right price with easy payment plan. Located at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg, the Mid-Atlantic Group is easily accessible from Morgan, Jefferson, and Berkeley County. To set up an appointment with a local insurance professional, give them a call today at 304-267-8989. That's the Mid-Atlantic Group at 201 West Martin Street in Martinsburg. Let them help insure you today.
Welcome into the halftime scoreboard update. I'm Nick Verzolini as we look around the country real quick at the half, or in the first quarter, I should say. Shepherd and Ferris State doing battle in the NCAA Division II football semifinals. Shepherd, the Rams, tied up at 7 with Ferris State and in possession of the football. Josh Gontarek with the lone touchdown in the game for the Rams, after Ferris State took the early 7-0 lead. In high school basketball around the state right now at the half, Shady Spring leading Wyomissing East 65-29. Ripley leading Point Pleasant 57-52. Hedgesville, these were all last night's finals, by the way. Hedgesville defeating Broad Fording Academy 63-38. And, of course, the games we had for you, Musselman defeating Millbrook 58-55, and Hurricane losing to Jefferson last night as well. Mount View and Chapmanville with the win over Mount View 45-38. And then no scores being reported around the state, but a lot of games going on in high school basketball. In college basketball, in the men's side of things, Michigan State defeats Penn State today 80-64. Number 8, Kansas defeating Missouri 40-25. Oklahoma upsetting Arkansas 88-66. The first loss of the season for the Razorbacks. The Sooners victorious in that one. Auburn winning over Nebraska 99-68. Ohio State beats Wisconsin 73-55. Creighton upsetting number 24 BYU 83-71. Later on this afternoon, St. Bonaventure will take on UConn at 4 p.m. Tennessee and UNC Greensboro going at it at 4:30. Arizona leading Illinois, or will play Illinois at 5 p.m. And then Kentucky will take on Notre Dame today. LSU will take on Georgia Tech. UCLA will take on Marquette. And Houston will take on Alabama. And then finally, the lone Division I college football game going on today between Army and Navy. Army leading the first quarter 10-7. And that does it for your halftime scoreboard update. We'll send it back to Spencer Dupuis and Colin McLaughlin at Musselman High School for the second half of that matchup between Musselman and Hurricane in the second half. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. We're now accepting new patients at all 4 convenient locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, and Winchester. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Conveniently located at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, Sunset Car Wash's staff specializes in keeping your car clean. From our famous 3-minute cloth wash to our touchless automatic and 6 self-serve bays, we offer whatever preference you have for your car wash needs. If your vehicle could talk, it would say, "Take me to Sunset Car Wash." At Sunset Car Wash at 440 Williamsport Pike in Martinsburg, locally owned and operated.
Did we miss it? Welcome back here to the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show as we wrap things up before the third quarter. Again, this halftime show was brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. So we get ready to start the third quarter here between Musselman and Hurricane. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. Big shout out to our cameramen this evening, and Harry Brown and Donald Kinney. And back at the studio doing a great job as well.
It's still afternoon. 4:02 p.m. on a Saturday.
I still consider it evening. I don't know. It's 24-23 Musselman as they get the ball to start the second half. For those of you tuning in just now on TV 10, it is Musselman in white, Hurricane in red. Ball inbounded to Musselman for Trenton Wolf. Wolf with it, passes it to Branson, who cuts for him. Holmes from the right elbow. His shot is up and good. Holmes gets the first 2 points to make it 26-23. He now has double digits.
Yeah, Holmes, when he gets going like he did last night, he can get going a lot. He can score a lot of points, make a lot of baskets.
Jones passes it over to Whittington. Whittington overhead pass to Benny Till. Benny Till passes it to his left for Tingler and sets a pick. Tingler giving a go back to Benny Till. It's an overpass, but he keeps it alive. JT James with it now at the left corner. Bounce pass down low to Benny Till. Guarded closely and has to send it out and just saved from going back court violation. Everybody fighting for it now. 3 Appleman on the court. It's finally recovered by Branson. Branson 1v1 on the right side. Layup up, no good, but a foul will be called to send Addie Branson to the free throw line with 7:06 to go. A 3-point lead for Musselman. Foul called on number 3, Dylan Tingler. His second, team first of the half. Branson's free throw is up. No good.
Got to make those free throws. Only a 3-point lead right now.
I have Musselman being 2 for 4 now from the charity stripe. Addie Branson, the 6-foot senior, second free throw up. This one is through. It is now 27-23 Musselman. Whittington passes it to Tingler on the left. Gets a pick by Till. Kicks it out for JT James. James back to Whittington now for Benny Till. Benny Till over to Jones, left side three, way too hard and off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Musselman, and Wolf will quickly bring it across the court.
Holmes went up to get that one.
Baseline, Wolf kicks it out, almost stolen. Holmes recovers, puts up a shot from the right side, 19-foot jumper, no good. Rebounded by Hurricane. Jones for Whittington. And the three-pointer by Tingler is no good. Rebounded by Musselman for Trenton Wolf. Wolf will bring it across midcourt. Passes it to Holmes on the right corner. Give and go is good. Gordon Schaefer makes it 29-23. That's his first 2 points. Musselman up by 6 over Hurricane. Whittington passes it to Tingler. Tingler dribbles once, puts in, it's knocked down, his shot no good, no foul as well. Rebounded, almost stolen by Hurricane, and Long and Wolf trying to just pass it back and forth with each other, and kind of awkwardly goes out of bounds, so it'll be Hurricane ball. 5:46 to go in the third quarter. The inbounds for Hurricane underneath its offensive basket. Bounce pass to Whittington. No good. Rebounded by Benny Till. Should have went straight back up, and he does this time, but no shot as a foul will be called on the floor.
I was going to say, who was there for the rebound? Benny Till, the big man.
Should have put it right back up, though. He brought the ball all the way back down to the floor. The 6'11" man needs to get his wingspan to make him, like, what, probably 7'7"? As the inbound to Jones. No good. Ball stolen. Benny Till puts it back up. The rainbow jumper is good from the free throw line.
He goes up
29-25.
high for that jump.
That's Benny Till's first 2 points. And we have a foul called on Hurricane with 5:27 to go. In the backcourt. So that foul called on Jay Jones. That is his first, team second of the half. Trying to see who has the ball as we're kind of got a block view. As Wolf with it now at the top of the key, guarded by Jones. Holmes with it at the right wing. Still has his dribble, uses it now. Triple team, goes up for a shot at the right block. It's no good, but a foul will be called, and Hurricane has some frustrated players out on the court after that call. 5:11 to go in the third. The foul called on Hurricane. And it'll send Holmes to the line. Shot is good to make it 30-25. Trying to see who that was on. Number 4 for Hurricane, I don't have. Do you? As that second free throw up and good. Okay, so it was on JT James, make it his 4th. Jones with it. And he drives in the paint, and a foul will be called on Musselman this time. So we have our third quarter presented to you on TV 10 by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Jones with it as that foul is called on Connor Long, his third for Musselman, team third of the half. Jones, top of the key, still with the ball, gets it to Benny Till, back to Jones, guarded by Wolf. Passes it to Tingler at the left wing, and he'll dribble with his right hand all the way across to the right side, top of the key, and bounce pass it to Whittington. Whittington, back to Tingler, back to Whittington, swings it over to Jones on the left side as they keep going back and forth from left to right. Ball tipped by Holmes, and it will be with Jones, trying to get it down low to Benny Till. Some hard defense for Musselman, and it will pay off. Whittington gets the ball right back for Hurricane. Jones, left side three, no good.
Got to get the
rebounded. Shot up this time by James is no good, and finally rebounded by Musselman, and a jump ball will be called. 4:11 to go in the third. It's a 6-point lead for the Appleman. Possession arrow in the favor of the Redskins. other third quarter sponsor, presented to you on TV 10 by Orsini's Home Store, as the ball inbounded. Benny Till's shot no good, rebounded by Branson. Get back to our third quarter sponsor after this, and the ball goes out of bounds, so I will. Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer, on 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. Visit Orsinis.com. 4:02 in the third. Musselman with the ball. It's inbounded to Addie Branson. Schaefer gets the pass, drives in, puts up a layup on the right side, no good. Rebounded down low by Holmes. His shot from the left block is no good, and it's going to be bounced around and finally off a leg of Musselman Appleman, so it'll be Redskin ball in front of Musselman's bench to our right. Ball will be brought up by Whittington for Hurricane as they trail 31-25 to Musselman. Whittington picks up his dribble, passes it to Jones. Jones dribbles with his right hand, passes it to James to his right. James for Whittington, back to Benny Till at the top of the key. Whittington gets it to Tingler. Tingler drives in the paint in the middle, puts it up, and it's good. The layup for Tingler. That is his 9th point, make it 31-27. Hurricane only trails by 4 now.
Will not go away in this one. Deficit now back down to 4.
Holmes picks up his dribble, gets it to Willaston. Willaston tries to get it to Schaefer, but at Branson, and a three-pointer from the left wing by Wolf is no good. Rebounded by Benny Till.
Could have called a foul on that.
Teammate Whittington.
Could have called a foul on that, but they did not.
And the ball will go out of bounds with 2:56 to go. The score remains 31-27. Musselman in the lead. Some substitutes will come in for both sides. And it'll be Hurricane ball on the offensive side as they'll inbound it in front of its bench.
He's solid here.
Braden Whittington at the top of the key passes it to Jones to his right. Jones will dribble with his left hand, still at the three-point line, tries to drive in and kicks it out to JT James at the right wing, who travels. A turnover on Hurricane makes it Musselman ball. Frustrating foul there as he just stutter-stepped when he got possession, wanted to dribble, but then his brain wasn't connecting with his hands in time, Spencer. Holmes gets a pick from Wolf and will bring it across mid-court by himself. Jordan Holmes drives in the right side, off the glass and good. Jordan Holmes now has 14 points. Musselman has 33 in total, and they lead by 6.
Great shot selection there by Holmes as he now becomes, or is still the leading scorer for Musselman.
Jones tries to get it in the middle. Holmes gets it tipped from the pass, and pass goes awry off Musselman, so it'll be Hurricane ball. 2:14 to go in the third.
Looks like a blizzard at Ferris State right now. Ferris State on top 14-7.
That one is the football game against Shepherd as the baseline shot, no good. Rebounded by Benny Till. Tries to put it back up and will be fouled. So Benny Till, the 6'11" senior, will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 2:08 to go. And Calvin Klepner called with the foul. That is his second, team third of the half. Gabriel Benny Till's first free throw, high one and right through the hoop. He now has 3 points on the evening, makes it 33-28. Benny Till, second free throw. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Willaston. A timeout called by Musselman. It'll be a full timeout as the timeout's brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or phone 304-263-4343. And let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
And welcome welcome back as we're talking here about the Shepherd game. If you heard Spencer, it's 21-7. Shepherd now trails Ferris State in the Division II semifinals of football. Will allow more score opportunities to go. As Musselman leads Hurricane 33-28. And it'll be an inbounds for Musselman. Full court press now for Hurricane. It is Kleppner with the ball. And it's tipped, but recovered by Willaston. Willaston dishes it to Gordon, and a foul will be called on Dylan Tingler for Hurricane. That is his third, team fourth. Minute 55 to go in the third quarter. A lot of fouls so far in this one. Wolf trying to find a guy, and we'll have another whistle blown on the inbounds. And a delay will be called on Jay Jones for reaching across the baseline on the inbounds.
Can't do that.
Yep, that is his third foul now. Willaston gets the inbounds. Picks up his dribble, dishes it behind him. And we have a technical foul now on Hurricane's bench. Wolf had the ball. Minute 47 to go. It is 33-28 Musselman. And it'll be Trenton Wolf to take the free throws for the Applemen.
He's laughing over there. So he knows he's at the charity stripe, and he was doing good last night at the charity stripe.
He's not been there yet today. He has 5 points already. A lot of noise coming from some Hurricane fans here at Klein Court. And the free throw up and no good for Trenton Wolf. Still has one more, and then Musselman will have possession after that. Wolf's second free throw in the air. That one is through, so he now has 6 points, and it's a 34-28 lead for Musselman, and they'll get the ball on the inbounds. Jason Gordon will inbound it for the Applemen. We're at 1:47 to go in this third quarter between Musselman and Hurricane. Wolf gets the inbounds on the defensive side and will dribble it across midcourt, guarded by Jones. Behind the back dribble, picks it up, gets it to Kleppner, swings it around to the left side for Holmes. Holmes, spin move, double teamed, dishes it down low to Gordon, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds with a minute 34 to go in the third. And it'll be Musselman basketball underneath the right side of its offensive hoop. The inbounds for Willaston. Bounce pass to Holmes at the right corner. He dribbles in between his legs, gets a pick, puts up a floater, 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebounded down low by Gordon. Left block shot is good. Jason Gordon makes it 36-28 Musselman. As Tingler with the ball now for Hurricane. Gets it to Benny Till. Till passes to James down low. Shot up and good by Whittington. 36-30 is your score now.
Yeah, Hurricane not going away in this one. Deficit now at 6.
Low-scoring dogfight here at Klein Court. Under a minute to go in the third. Full court press for Hurricane. And finally brings it across half court. Gordon. Shot no good. Wolf. Kleppner. Left corner three. That one's good. He now has 6 points. That's Kleppner's second three-pointer. Makes it 39-30 with 38 seconds to go. A lot of energy here at Klein Court now. Jones. Right side layup. Rejected. Trying to see who got that rejection. It looks like it was Troy Willaston, and that might be a nominee.
That is my nominee.
Cody's body shot.
Cody's body shot.
Rejection of the game. And that one was a big one. Turnover stolen by Wolf from Musselman. He's going to try to quickly bring it across the court. He has two people ahead of him. Bounce pass, transition offense, left side layup is good for Jordan Holmes. He now has 16 of the 41 points for Musselman as they lead by 11. 10 seconds to go. Top of the key is Jones. Dribbles to the left side corner. Passes down low to Benny Till. He's guarded closely. Double team. He's going to put up a right hook. And it is no good. Foul called with 2.3 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. And the foul is called on Willaston. That's his second, team fifth. And Benny Till back to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 already today.
Troy, get in. Jason, get in. Troy.
Benny Till's free throw. Skyscraper shot is good to make it 41-31 Musselman. Benny Till, the 6'11" senior from Hurricane. Puts up another free throw. That one too hard off the glass, but a whistle will blow, and it looks like it's a lane violation, so it'll be another free throw attempt for Benny Till.
You got a 10-point lead here. If you're Musselman, you just let it go wherever it's going to go. Can't get an advantage like that.
Benny Till's free throw, again, no good. It's going to be tipped, and at the buzzer, the shot way off the mark. No good, so it'll be 41-31. Musselman leads at the end of 3. A 1-minute break, and then we'll be back for the fourth quarter, the final one of regulation. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
During Happy Honda Days, discover the joys of the season with unforgettable trips in an Accord, Pilot, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2021 Honda Accord and 0% APR on the 2022 Pilot or HR-V. Find your perfect Honda this season. Visit your local Honda dealer today or shop online.
This is my kind of holiday.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving life forward.
See dealer for financing details.
Whether you're heading to a high school, college, or professional football game, Johnny's has all your tailgating go-tos. Delicious wings, meatballs, shrimp, burgers, and dogs. Plus, Johnny's has everything you need to serve it all up. Party trays, utensils, plates, cups, and more. Stop by either of our 2 great locations, 1456 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, and Route 11 South in Chambersburg.
Welcome back to Klein Court at Musselman High School. We get ready for the fourth quarter, presented to you on TV 10 by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned, full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as the Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP. We'll see you for the game as the game underway now in the fourth quarter, and we'll have a 30-second timeout called by Musselman. Let's take the 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
During Happy Honda Days, discover the joys of the season with unforgettable trips in an Accord, Pilot, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR on the 2021 Honda Accord and 0% APR on the 2022 Pilot or HR-V. Find your perfect Honda this season. Visit your local Honda dealer today or shop online.
This is my kind of holiday.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving life forward.
See dealer for financing details.
Musselman leads 41-31. Holmes drives in the paint. Shot too hard. No good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Wolf, who will slow down the offense now for Musselman. Drives in. Kicks it out. Shot from the right wing by Willaston. No good. Rebounded down low. Everybody back and forth. The ball on the ground, and it's around the rim and through. 43-31 now.
That thing was rolling around for what felt like 10 seconds.
It's that long with the basket there. Brought through by Jones. 43-31. Hurricane trails. Tingler with a long three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Willaston for Musselman. Gets it to Klepner. And a turnover on Musselman. It'll be Hurricane ball with 7:08 to go in the fourth.
Okay.
12-point lead for the home side in Musselman Appleman. Trying to improve to 2-0 early in this season. Hurricane searching for its first win. Tingler bounces through the legs of Winnington, so a turnover after a turnover makes it Musselman ball.
Not clear. Let it clear. Get out.
Wolf guarded closely by Jones. He's going to dribble through the pressure and get fouled right at midcourt with 6:57 to go. And that foul called on Jay Jones. Got that as his fourth foul, so he only has one more. And the ball inbounded to Wolf. And another foul called on Jones, and I was incorrect earlier. It was only his second, now his third.
Yeah, they have it on the scoreboard as his number being an 0-1. So I see the confusion there.
Yeah, they had it flipped earlier, I feel like, too. I don't know. Maybe my eyes were deceiving me. But it is the third foul and a 1-and-1 now for Trenton Wolf, as it's the 7th team foul for Hurricane. So Wolf, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe already in this one. He has 6 points. And his shot is up. No good. And a whistle blown. And it looks like a lane violation will be called. So even if the basket would have counted, it wouldn't have mattered. The score remains 43-31. Hurricane gets the ball inbounded to Jones. Jones brings it across midcourt, dribbling back and forth, picks it up, gets it to Tingler at the left side. Puts up a 15-foot jumper from the left wing, and it's no good. Rebounded by Wolf, and he bounce passes it beautifully in between Tingler's legs. A full court press, though. Schaefer gets it stolen by Jones, puts up a layup, it's no good. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes has 3 people around him, and it's stolen by Jones. Gets it to Tingler, who's fouled hard by Wollaston, so that'll send Tingler to the free throw line. 6:25 to go, and it'll be Hurricane with 2 free throws.
Coach Basile not happy on that foul there. You can't really do that. You're sending them to the free throw line, giving them free shots. It's only a 12-point basketball game right now, and there's 6.5 minutes nearly left. It's not over.
Tingler has not been to the charity stripe yet today. His first one is through. So he now has 10 points this afternoon.
Hey, if you're not being
43-32 now is the score. Musselman hanging on to that 11-point lead here against Hurricane.
Gordon, you got it out.
Tingler is 6'7" sophomore for the Redskins. Second free throw is up and right through the hoop. He now has 11, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, makes it 43-33.
Yeah, you mentioned Tingler only being a sophomore. He's only a sophomore, and he's a really good player. I can't imagine what he's going to be as a senior.
The inbounds goes to Branson, and it looks like we'll have a whistle blown and a full timeout called for Musselman. So let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The right attorney can make all the difference in the outcome of your case.
I called Sutton and Janelle, the best lawyers you could ask for.
Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. 70 years of collective legal experience. Family law, criminal defense, DUI, personal injury, and mediation.
Sutton and Janelle got the most favorable outcome I could have expected.
Visit Sutton and Janelle's new historic location, 224 West King Street in Martinsburg. Online at suttonandjanelle.com. Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law. They value your rights and are passionate about your success.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team, with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
To Musselman High School, Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Spencer Dupuis for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. 6:23 to go in the fourth quarter between Musselman and Hurricane as the Applemen lead the Redskins by 10, 43-33. Hurricane with the ball. He inbounds to the left wing for Jones. Jones dribbles once, passes it out to Whittington, back to Jones now at the left side. Bounce pass to Whittington at the top of the key. Gets it over to Tingler. Right wing 3 is good. Dylan Tingler gets another three-pointer. He has 14. Makes it a 43-36 game. Full court press for Hurricane now.
And Tingler
trying to find an open guy. Gets it to Holmes. Holmes has to quickly bring it across. Does so in time. Finds Wollaston down low. Left side is good. Wollaston gets his first basket. Makes it 45-36. Jones trying to find somebody, gets it to Tingler at the top of the key.
Now they're running their offense through Tingler.
Tingler, another 3 this time from the left side. No good. Gets his own rebound to the left block. Puts it right back up and good. Tingler has 16, makes it 45-38. I mean, so it's a 7-point game again.
Kid's only a sophomore. Look what he's doing. He's dominated the last couple of minutes of play.
Wolf back to Holmes. Holmes brings it across midcourt. He's at the left side, going to put up a layup. Almost gets it blocked. This layup no good. Rebounded down low by Schaefer, and is fouled at the right side with 5:14 to go. So it'll be Schaefer to the free throw line for Musselman. Try to increase its 7-point lead. That foul is on Clark. That is his second. Sending Schaefer to the line. His free throw is up and no good. Score remains 45-38.
Shepherd now down 28-7, football-wise at Ferris State in the NCAA Division II semifinals.
Second free throw up by Schaefer. This time is good. Makes it 46-38 as Jones brings it across midcourt. He's at the top of the key, guarded closely by Branson. Has to pick up his dribble. James hits the pass from Jones. Tingler brings it over for James. Finds a guy down low. It's Whittington, and his shot up, no good. That'll send Clark to the line.
Fouled by Wolston again.
Wolston.
This is fourth.
This is fourth. Looks like Long will be coming in for him after these free throws for Clark. 46-38 is your score. Musselman leads. Make it 46-39 as Clark sinks the first free throw. He now has 8 points. Clark 2 for 3 from the free throw line, trying to make it 3 for 4. And it's no good. James gets the rebound though. Jones, wide open. Side three is good. Jay Jones makes his first three, now has 8 points, and it's a 4-point game. 46-42, under 5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Can't leave anybody that wide open. They're going to sink it if you have that much
Schaefer
time.
Over to Branson on the left side, drives the baseline, finds a guy at the right block, and has to kick it out to Holmes. Holmes down low for Schaefer. Drives to left side, no good. Rebounded and one. Connor Long hits double digits and will go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point opportunity. That's 48-42 now.
That's what you're taught to do as a big man. Go down there, get the rebound, put it up, get hacked, go to the line. Now you're just going to make these to put the deficit back to where it was.
That foul on Tingler. Free throw, no good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be Musselman ball. 48-42, 4:28 to go in the fourth. Musselman trying to improve to 2-0. Has the ball underneath its basket. Holmes passes it over his head all the way into Schaefer at the top of the key. He's guarded closely. Finds Holmes driving around. Gets a couple picks. His three-pointer completely airball is rebounded by Hurricane. Jones brings it across. It's 4v2 for the Redskins. And we'll have a touch foul called on Musselman. And it will send Jones to the free throw line with 4:15 to go. Branson gets called with the foul. Jones at the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 already today.
Hey, Trent, you got to make sure we break the ball on the press break, okay?
Jones has 8 points. His first free throw, no good. So now he's 1 for 3 today. Jones was the leading scorer yesterday for Hurricane. Today only has 8, and the leading scorer is Tingler with 16. Jones taking his time for this free throw. Puts it up, and it's good. He now has 9 points to make it 48-43, so Musselman leads by 5. Wolf separates, gets it, keeps it in play, dribbles it off his knee. It's stolen by Clark. Clark finds a guy and passes it over the head of Whittington out of bounds. So turnover makes it Musselman ball, and they'll have to deal with this very, very impressive full-court press of Hurricane.
Can we get an ISO
will
cam?
enter for Schaefer.
Can we get an ISO cam on Coach Purcell? I'd love everybody to see his movements right in front of us.
He's very animated and into this one, just as Weed, but less animated. Wolf gets the inbound. Gets it to Klepner. Klepner passes to the right block. The shot is up and good. It is 50-43 now. Layup. No good, and it goes off the face of Klepner and out of bounds. So it'll be Hurricane ball.
Stay back! We got that!
3:47 to go in the fourth. Ball inbounded to Clark at the right wing. Dribbles once, gets it to Jones. Ball with Jones at the top of the key. Dribbles it over to the left side. He's double teamed. Separates. Three-pointer off the rim. No good. Tipped around. Recovered by Wolf. And Klepner fighting with Tingler. And we get a timeout, I believe, called before the jump ball. Let's wait to see what the official gives. It's a 30-second timeout. These timeouts brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or phone 304-263-4343 as we keep it here at Klein Court. It's 50-43.
This game not out of hand yet for Hurricane. They still have a chance. 7-point ball game. And the way that the game's gone the last couple of minutes, it kind of seems like it's up in the air. Both teams, Musselman's got a shot to put it away here, but Hurricane's got a shot to come back in this one as well.
Yeah,
3:26 left in the contest.
The leading scorers for Musselman I have as Jordan Holmes with 16 and Connor Long with 12 unofficially. As for Hurricane, the leading scorer is Dylan Tingler at 16, followed by Jay Jones with 9 unofficially. Musselman. Long pass, finds Holmes on the right side. He's going to put up the layup. It's good.
Make it 18.
Inbounds play. Jordan Holmes makes it 52-43. Still very happy with that inbounds.
He knew what he wanted, and he called it, and it worked to perfection.
Jones layup and fouled. The shot no good. 3:10 to go in regulation. It'll be Jay Jones back to the free throw line for Hurricane. 9-point lead for the Applemen. Jones trying to chip away at it and start a comeback for the Redskins. See if he can do so, as he'll have 2 free throws here. He is 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. His first one is through. He's now in double digits with 10 points. Make it 52-44. A 5'10" junior back at the free throw line for another free throw here. So we wait for him to put it up. He does so. And it's good. Make it 11 points now for Jones and a 52-45 ball game.
We got to get it in here. Having trouble.
Musselman inbounds it to Klepner. Klepner picks up his dribble. He's quickly double-teamed. Gets it back to Holmes. Holmes for Wolf. Across. And he's going to keep it himself. Double-team picks up his dribble. Finds Holmes open at the top of the key. Swings it around the triangle. Off the hand of Holmes. Is it going to go backcourt? It is. Backcourt violation on Musselman. They play too fast. And it's going to be a turnover. Hurricane ball with 2:52 to go in the fourth. Dylan Tingler with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Jones. Jones going to drive the left side. Spin move. Layup. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Musselman's Branson. Stolen now by Clark. Clark to Jones, left block. Off the glass and good. Jones now has 11. Make it 52-47 now. Musselman only up by 5.
I would imagine fouling would come here in the next 30 seconds.
Another turnover. James with it for Hurricane. Kicks it out to Jones. Pump fakes. Drives in. His floater around the rim. No good. Rebounded by JT James. He's going to put it right back up and fouled. Send him to the free throw line to try to make it a 1-possession game with 2:20 to go. Foul called on Connor Long. Make that his 4th. So he only has 1 more before he has to exit. JT James trying to get his first points of the afternoon. James free throw right down the middle of the hoop. And good. 52-48 now. Hurricane only down by 4. This one can make it a 1-possession game.
They're not going away.
Second free throw off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes guarded closely by Tingler, trying to get the foul drawn. Doesn't. Long wide open right underneath the basket. It's good. Long now has 14. Make it 54-48. We're at the 2-minute mark in regulation. Clark to Tingler. Tingler at the right wing, drives the right side, puts up a layup off the glass and good. Tingler with 18 now, and a timeout will be called. Let's take a break. 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio W. To 50, Musselman leads Hurricane. Minute 53 to go in regulation. And it'll be an inbounds for Musselman underneath its defensive side of the basket. Full court press now for Hurricane. Holmes gets the inbounds from Long. They'll bring it back, and Hurricane decides not to have a full court press. It's stolen by Tingler. Tingler breaks away. His layup too hard, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones puts it up, spin move around, rebounded, stolen, and Jones puts it up and good. He now has 15. Another timeout called by Hurricane. Let's keep it here, though, as it's a 2-point game with 1:30 to go. As this is brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Or phone 304-263-4343. That's for our timeouts. Our fourth quarter sponsors here. So I can try to find them just to reiterate it. Our Ollie's VIP, as well as Brown Funeral Home. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here for high school basketball to allow us to broadcast you these games.
And Coach Basile definitely not happy. He's on the court right in front of us here, trying to get his team to play better defense, because that's what's not happened and play better offense. Can't keep the ball. That's what's been happening. You've been turning it over too much.
Yep, 90 seconds to go in regulation. It's only a 2-point game now as Hurricane is came back and gets a steal here. JT James will be fouled.
Call that
by Addie Branson.
Yeah, call that every time.
And now JT James back at the free throw line with an opportunity to tie things up with 1:22 to go in the fourth quarter. Hurricane on a run here. It was an 8-point game, now only a 2-point game.
Let's go, guys. Come on, let's go. We're good.
The fourth foul on Branson as well. JT James, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. His first one up and no good. The 6'1" senior unable to make it a 1-point game.
Jason Gordon comes in.
Jason, you got it out. You got the ball to bend.
JT James gets the ball back from the official, Nevin Kilmer. James, free throw up. Off the rim and backboard and through. So JT James makes it 54-53 now. The ball inbounded to Klepner. Klepner double teamed. He's trapped, has to dish it all the way across to the middle of the court for Gordon. Gordon gets it over to Long at the right wing. Gets it out to Wolf at the top of the key. Guarded closely by Jones. Jones and Tingler are going to try to double team Wolf. Klepner now with it. Back over to Wolf. Wolf at the left corner, drives down low, finds an open man, and it's good. Jason Gordon makes it 56-53, under a minute to go. Jones, spin move, left side, reverse layup, rejected by Long, out of bounds. It'll remain Musselman ball with 47.3 seconds to go in the fourth. Musselman only has 1 full timeout remaining. I believe I have Hurricane with only 1 timeout as well. 47.3 seconds to go again, as Musselman leads by 3 against Hurricane. Hurricane gets the inbounds to Jones, to Tingler, back over to Clark, who pump fakes, decides to dribble now, picks it up, gets it over to James at the right wing. Tingler, three-pointer, we're tied up at 56. What a timeout called by Hurricane. 21 points now for Dylan Tingler. The Redskins have made it 56 all. We're going to keep it here because we don't want to miss anything. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Spencer Dupuy. Let's give a shout out to Nick Verzolini back in the studio, as well as our cameramen and Harry Brown and Donald Kinney doing great work on TV10. And it looks like it will be Benny Till checking back in. I haven't seen him for a while, but at 56 apiece, and Hurricane trying to search for its first win, Musselman trying to go to 2-0. You want to have your 6-11 guy if you're a Redskin.
Yeah, definitely. Hurricane is making Musselman work if they want to get their second victory tonight, and they just couldn't. They just weren't going away. They didn't go away at all in this ball game. Yeah. It was a 10-point lead at the end of the third quarter for Musselman, and now the lead's evaporated. We're tied up. Brand new basketball game under a minute left here at Klein Court.
Dylan Tingler leads the way for Hurricane. 3 3-pointers, 21 total points, and Jay Jones has helped him with 15 points. On the opposite end, Jordan Holmes has 18 for Musselman. Connor Long I have at 14 for the Applemen, but they're in a scoring drought, need to pick things back up here to finish off 2-0 in the Musselman Tip-Off Classic. The only game today for the Tip-Off Classic varsity-wise. We did have some JV and freshman games go on earlier, but this is the only one varsity-wise that will happen today. No game for Jefferson or Millbrook, as St. Albans backed out and Millbrook were only able to play yesterday. Trenton Wolf with it, brings it across, bounce passes it to Holmes, back over to Wolf, 20 seconds to go. Musselman looks like it might hang on for the final shot. Holmes with it at the top of the key, picks up his dribble, gets it back over to Wolf. Wolf passes it back to Holmes, more under 10 seconds to go. Finds Wolf at the top of the key, back over to Holmes. He pump fakes, drives in, and he's fouled. The shot no good off the front of the rim. 2.5 seconds to go, but Holmes at the charity stripe can give Musselman the lead here as we're tied up at 56.
You got to make both these, but even so, there's been some buzzer beater shots in this tournament.
On Dylan Tingler
for Hurricane.
And another timeout will be called by Hurricane. Let's take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Home Helpers of the Eastern Panhandle, making life easier for you, your family, and especially your loved ones that need their care. They are locally owned and searching for smiling faces to hire so that your loved one can stay in their home where they are the happiest. Call 304-433-8000 or visit homehelpershomecare.com/panhandle. Or you can visit them at 3192 Winchester Avenue right here in Martinsburg. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to Musselman High School. 56-all with 2.5 seconds to go. Thank you for tuning in here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Spencer will be the leading scorer for Musselman. Jordan Holmes to shoot 2 from the free throw line. Trying to give Musselman the lead and hopefully hang on to this win.
Yeah.
If he can.
Yeah, I mean, as I was mentioning before, Hurricane has made a couple buzzer beater shots during these 2 games that they've played here at Musselman, so I'd be worried about that even if you make both of them.
And the Hurricane faithful that made the trip, trying to make it difficult on Holmes, but he sinks it. 19 points now for Holmes, 57-56. Musselman leads now as Basil trying to tell his team to back away so no fouls are given. Holmes' second free throw is good. He now has 20 points, and another timeout will be called by Hurricane. It's 58-56. The Redskins need a 3-pointer to win, 2-pointer to tie it up and force overtime.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tough one, but it's definitely, you get the timeout, you call your play, you do what you can do, and either way, this is going to be a great game for Hurricane. Come back from a 10-point plus deficit to be able to tie the ball game up at 56 and have a shot. All you want to do is have a shot in basketball games, especially in high school. Give your kids the shot to make the shot, whether they make it or not. It's a learning experience either way. You're going to learn from these mistakes early in the season, and they're going to help you down the line when it comes to sectional and regional play.
But you got to know that a loss like this is going to be a hard one to swallow on this long drive back for Hurricane if they are unable to tie it up or make a 3-pointer here. But it's going to be a fun final 2.5 seconds as both teams go back on the court and set up the defense. For Musselman, offense set up now for Hurricane. Trying to see who the inbound is, and Musselman's going to now need to call a timeout as they had some confusion on who was supposed to be on the court, and it's going to be a full timeout. That's their final one. So let's take a 30-second break, and then we'll be right back. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Are you considering selling your home and don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. A Martinsburg High School graduate, Chris knows the local market, and he's proven it as #1 real estate team in West Virginia in 2019. Phone Milestone Real Estate Group at Keller Williams at 304-579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Let's celebrate your real estate milestone together.
Welcome back to Klein Court at Musselman High School as the final timeout called by Musselman, and we will resume action. For those of you just tuning in, it is 58-56. Musselman leads Hurricane. 2.5 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter, and it is Hurricane inbounding the ball all the way underneath its defensive side of the basket after 2 straight free throws made by Holmes. Inbound to nobody. It's going to be tipped. Holmes gets it. Musselman wins on the turnover. Final score, 58-56. The Applemen go to 2-0 on the year, and Hurricane falls to 0-2. Wow.
What a game. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better game to start the season between everybody. Not a great taste for Hurricane. You mentioned a drive back. That nearly 3-hour drive, but what a way to get 2 games in for them and have 2 great games. I mean, you're going to learn a bunch of things from these things, but great win for Musselman.
Yep, Musselman again 2-0 now as they have won yet again here at the Musselman Tip-Off Classic, 58-56. The Applemen with the win over Hurricane. Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back for the Palace Lounge post-game show. Again, a 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers. Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers. Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
Hi, my name's Corey, and I'm here at Orsini's in beautiful Martinsburg, West Virginia.
We no longer specialize in only appliances. We have kitchen design, countertops, cabinets, flooring, and even a new 1,200 square foot sleep studio with brands such as Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. 304-267-7251, 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg. We price match the big box stores, and we give back to our local community.
Orsini's.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg has a brand new list of daily specials. Monday, stop on in for burger night or enjoy a nice juicy steak every Tuesday and Wednesday. The Palace Lounge also offers freshly steamed shrimp Thursdays and chef specials every Friday and Saturday. Sunday is all-day breakfast, and there are drink specials daily too. So come enjoy the Palace Lounge. You can find them on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard.
Welcome back to Klein Court. It is now time for the post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials, a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge's Facebook page. The final score, 58-56. Musselman defeats the Hurricane Redskins to improve to 2-0 on the year, as Hurricane now falls to 0-2 after after losing yesterday as well to Jefferson 74-71. Let's now look at your game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South, right here in Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business.
Got to give a shout out to Hurricane. They scored 25 points in the final quarter to make it a ball game. We're only 17 for Musselman.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought battle by the Redskins, but came up short. So Musselman gets the win, and let's look at those stats as I just mentioned. Your leading scorer for the visiting Hurricane Redskins was Dylan Tingler with 21, followed by Jay Jones with 15, then Jackson Clark with 8 points, and Braden Whittington with 4, and then JT James I have with 2 points, Gabriel Benny Till with 3, and Peyton Taylor with 2 to total the 56. As for Musselman, the leading scorer was Jordan Holmes with exactly 20 points, Connor Long with 14, followed by Trenton Wolf and Calvin Klepner with 6, as well as Jason Gordon Schaefer with 3, Troy Willaston with 2, and Addie Branson with 1. So those are your scores on both sides. It was a fun one. Musselman was up, and as you said, 25 points there in the fourth for Hurricane, but they came up short, and the big play there by Holmes at the end to get that turnover and wind down those 2.5 seconds to give the win to the Applemen. Any final thoughts stat-wise before we send it back for another 2-minute break before we come back with our awards?
I think this is a learning experience for both teams. I know Coach Basile's not going to be happy for the way that game ended, the way the defense gave up a bunch of points, a lot of turnovers in that fourth quarter. But it's, again, as I mentioned earlier, it's early in the season, early in the season, just this first 2 games of the season. You take these things you learn now in the beginning of December, and you're going to use those in March.
Let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back for our awards here on the Palace Lounge postgame show. Again, the 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Has she been naughty and has she been nice? That can be a dilemma. What do you do when the woman you love is both naughty and nice? Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Think about it. Santa Claus makes his list, he checks it twice. And what is he looking for? Well, according to the song, he's making a list and checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Friends, did you catch that? He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Both. Not just one. I think what that song is actually telling us is that if you're naughty and nice, now this depends on interpretation. I know, but if you're naughty and nice, well, that's even better. At Bechtel Jewelers, here's what we suggest. If she's been naughty and nice, come see us. Why? Well, Santa will be proud of you for understanding what he really meant in that song. And you want her to know that her behavior throughout the year has not gone unnoticed. Not by Santa and not by you. Come see us at Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Nice work, gentlemen.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Klein Court. Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis for the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Musselman Applemen win 58-56 over the Hurricane Redskins. And now it's time to give out our awards, starting with the Cody's Body Shop rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Body Shop at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job well done by experienced, certified technicians. Phone 3 304-901-4777, or visit their Facebook page. And that's by far my favorite commercial on TV10 as well, if you ever have a trivia question about that.
Pub?
That's my second favorite. That's the catchiest one.
There you go. But Cody's Bino Shop rejection of the game goes to Troy Walston with 27.3 seconds left in the third. He had a rejection. Then it was could have been the moment of the game, but things happened later on. But the rejection of the game kind of goes hand in hand with what happened at the end of the third quarter. So it was a rejection out of bounds. It was Hurricane basketball. Then they turned it over, went back the other way. Holmes laid it up and in, or he went on the other end for a layup to make it 41-31 to end the third quarter. Unfortunately, that didn't become the moment of the game because of what happened in the fourth quarter.
Speaking of the moment of the game, let's give it out. Brought to you by Parsons Ford on 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsfordofmartinsburg.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons.
And the Parsons Ford moment of the game goes to the guy I just talked about at the end, that being Jordan Holmes. He had 2 free throws late to give Musselman the 58-56 lead, and that became the eventual final score of the basketball game. So why not give him the moment of the game?
And I have a feeling that he might be mentioned here in our WVU Medicine Player of the Game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And am I correct in your Player of the Game?
Yeah, the WVU Medicine Player of the Game goes to none other than Jordan Holmes, the 6'3" senior guard. 20 points today.
Yes.
And those clutch free throws at the end, a bunch of
clutch free throws, as well as getting the turnover to wind down. Yeah.
There you go.
Very well.
Took the words
done.
out of my mouth.
I apologize for that, but what can you say about Jordan Holmes? A great tournament for him and a great tournament for Musselman to get 2-0 on the year. And before we sign off, you want to talk about our upcoming broadcast for me, please, Spencer?
Yeah, our broadcast here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We resume high school basketball Tuesday. Had to pick up another game because originally our schedule had the Martinsburg boys basketball game, but that game at Mercersburg Academy or against Mercersburg Academy, can't remember if it was away or home, that was canceled. Mercersburg, I guess, had to cancel that ball game. Not sure why, but we'll actually be at Spring Mills. It'll be Fort Hill out of Maryland, I believe, against Spring Mills. That is a 7:30 tip, 7 p.m. tip-off show, Johnny's Express tip-off show. It will be none other than Nick and Colin on the call. I'll be back in the studio for that one. And then Tuesday night, 7:30 tip-off, 7 p.m. Johnny's Express tip-off show. Be back here. It'll be 2 familiar voices that were here in these exact seats for a lot of the end of September and October. It'll be girls basketball, Hampshire at Musselman, calling in. The coach, Jim Klein, will be on the call as both of that broadcast team makes the transition from volleyball to basketball.
It was a fun one here. Thank you for helping me out, Spencer, and being my broadcast partner. Shout out to Nick Verzolini back at the studio as well. Our cameramen this evening were Harry Brown and Donald Kinney. Big thank you to Mr. Steve Campbell, the athletic director here, for helping us out and giving us this great setup at Klein Court. And the final score, 58-56, Musselman victorious over the Hurricane Redskins. I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off until Tuesday.
You'll hear Nick, though.
And we'll hear Nick as well here for the And One post-game show after this 2-minute commercial break. Have a good night, everyone.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Ollie's VIP Northside is the best local spot to catch all of your favorite high school, college, and pro sports, or to hang out with friends. Ollie's has a great beer and cocktail menu, along with a food menu that will blow you away. Ollie's offers multiple TVs to watch the game of your choice from anywhere at the bar, or their outdoor patio with cornhole and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP Northside. We'll see you for the game.
Welcome into the and one scoreboard show as we take a look at some scores after Musselman with the last second win behind Jordan Holmes' 2 free throws to give them that win, 58-56 over Hurricane. The Shepherd Rams, we were hoping to have a chance to maybe even bring that game to today up at Ferris State, but Ferris State beating up on the Rams 35-7 at the half. Looks like Shepherd's season will end in the semifinals as Ferris State has been the #1 team all season. And playing like it today, it's been a tough one. For the Rams, Tyson Bagent connecting with Josh Gonterick for Shepherd's touchdown in the first quarter, but since then, that tied it up at 7, and since then it's been all Ferris State. I'll get you some other high school boys basketball scores from around the state. Most of these last night, no finals or any scores from today for that matter. So a few ones that stand out. Scott beating Liberty in last night's game 74-58. Bluefield winning over Greenbrier East 59-52. See some other close ones as the games we had. Jefferson beating Hurricane last night 74-71. Sharando beating Berkeley Springs 69-62. Poca losing to Nitro 52-46. Pocahontas County falling to Harmon 89-65. University beats East Fairmont 60-54. Musselman was victorious last night. Morgantown beating Buchanan Upshur 72-37. So those are some of the noteworthy scores from West Virginia high school basketball last night on the boys' side. On the college side today, there's a lot of games going on because, well, there's not a whole lot of college football going on this Saturday. Just one game in action in Army-Navy. Kansas beating Missouri 90-53. UConn leading right now against St. Bonaventure in the second half, 33-32. Tennessee beating UNC Greensboro 28-13. Oklahoma upsets Arkansas 88-66. Auburn rolls past Nebraska 99-68. Michigan State over Penn State 80-64. Ohio State beating Wisconsin 73-55. Creighton upsetting BYU 83-71. And then there'll be some other big top 25 matchups today as well. The big one this evening, Houston taking on Alabama at 10 p.m., number 14, Houston, number 9, Alabama. Interesting that game is a 10 p.m. tip, with it being in Tuscaloosa, so late one for the Crimson Tide. In the Army-Navy game, that one going on right now on CBS, Army leading Navy 13-7 in the third quarter. That does it for your post-game and one post-game scoreboard update. And that will do it for me. Thank you for joining us and tuning in to this broadcast. Once again, Musselman with the win over Hurricane, 58-56.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
the Berkeley County Health Department, Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance, CMA Honda, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Smallwood and Small Insurance, and WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.